Welcome into another video in my series in MW3, testing out all the weapons inside of the game just to see how viable each one of them is inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. So today we've got something new I'm going to be starting off, which is going to be tons of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. So in today's video, we're going to be going through a weapon that was suggested in the comment sections in one of my videos. So that one is going to be one we're going to be testing out today. It's going to be the Hemlock from MW2. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I think this should be tons of fun to test out a bunch of different weapons from you guys suggesting them and see how they go. So if you guys are new around here and you enjoy testing and seeing how weapons work inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, you are definitely in the right spot. So make sure you subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you do not miss any uploads from myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. As well, down below in the description, you will find the links for my streams. And I would be absolutely honored to have you guys come and join us over there during the streams, as I have tons of fun when I stream, and it's something I really just have a blast doing. So shout out to the question and the build put in the comment section for this video. Props to you. I had a ton of fun using this. Let's get to the video. Alright, so here we are. We're going to be dropping in and testing out the ISO Hemlock with the Sin Nombre blueprint on it, and I think this looks really cool. I've also got the Orion camo on here, and I just really enjoy the way this looks, so it's pretty cool. I've been excited to get started with the series and test out some of the weapons that you guys are suggesting in the comments. So this was the first one I had. If I went the way back and tried to find the first suggestion in the comments, it was this one, the ISO Hemlock. I was told to bring in a legendary tool and napalm burst. So before we go and put on any of those, as always, we're going to put on just our perks and head out and pick out our first bounty inside of tier 1 and see how the ISO Hemlock does against bounties inside of tier 1. Now, I was quite impressed with just how strong this was. Like, I was just kind of burst tapping the mangler as I got close to him, and then when I noticed the critical damage, I was like, holy smokes, wait a minute, this is actually really strong. So instead of trying to like run away and create distance, I figured I could just stand here and grunt force the mangler contract in tier 1, and I sure could. Holy smokes, what a great suggestion. This weapon to begin with was one I used a lot inside of DMZ. I don't know if you guys played DMZ or not. Let me know down in the comments. I certainly did, and this was one of the weapons that I used to really enjoy using, so I was really excited to get this challenge started, because that was a weapon that was one that I really enjoyed using. Now, here was the next contract I wanted to pick up, but there was this player over here, and I was like, hey, are you going to the contract or are you leaving? I wasn't sure, so I figured, okay, you know what, we'll mark it, we'll see what our luck is. And sure enough, we managed to make it over here to the contract and pick it up, and it was another mimic we had to do, but there was a player down right outside. I was not sure what was going on here, as the revive was not on the player, it was on top of the crate. I was super confused. But as always, we will stop what we're doing and pick up and help players along the way, because that's what we're all about, is helping each other out. So we got him up and got them back on their way, and we continued off to find our mimic, which was here, and just absolutely wrecked the mimic. We got legendary on and napalm this time, and you can see the mimic really had no chance. So tier 1 bounties with legendary and napalm on this ISO Hemlock, and yeah, it just absolutely destroys. And there was another player right after that contract that was nearby and down. So again, I had to stop what I was doing, run over and make sure they were good to go. While we were there, we went and picked up Pack-a-Punch on the map, as that was the next thing I wanted to see, was get this weapon Pack-a-Punch to tier 1. We've got a legendary, we've got napalm, we found ourselves another bounty contract, so we went and picked it up in, of course, a spore building was our contract. Let me know if you guys enjoy that or find that to be a real pain in the butt in the comments below. We got a mimic, or a mangler again, sorry, and he just got absolutely evaporated. Pack-a-Punch tier 1, legendary with napalm burst inside tier 1. Bounties were just, it was a cakewalk. I wasn't struggling much at all. So the next thing to do, you know, we had to find a contract, a bounty contract inside of tier 2, and head over and pick that up and see how this ISO Hemlock legendary with napalm burst Pack-a-Punched tier 1 does against a tier 2 bounty. The bounty we got was a mangler, and yeah, it was pretty strong. Like, I was really impressed. We're only pack 1, and we were able to really deal some damage to the mangler bounty. inside of tier 2, so like I was really happy with that. I didn't really have much issue, just I wanted to get a little bit of distance before I started trying to brute force him again, like I did the tier 1 bounty, and it works. Like, this gun is just strong. It feels good to use too. Like, I really enjoyed using the ISO Hemlock. It's one of my favorite weapons for running around, and just overall, just the way it feels, I really enjoyed using it. So we got it to Pack-a-Punch 2, and then at Pack 2 I definitely wanted to find another tier 2 bounty to show you guys just how strong it is inside of tier 2. And you could see the struggle to find the bounty contracts inside of tier 2 today. Was definitely a bit of a fight to try and find them. So we managed to find one eventually. It popped up right there, and I think I grabbed it and we were able to get over there and pick that bounty up. So I got really lucky, but it can be a struggle sometimes to find these bounties to take them out for, you know, testing weapons and such. But we got another one. It was another Mangler, and here we are, Pack 2 inside of tier 2 with a Mangler bounty contract, and I just casually walked towards the Mangler and erased it. It was pretty awesome. So at this point, I was really kind of excited to see what this could do in tier 3 against Mega Abominations, because that was one of the things I said, it was told to me in the comments, was this will melt Mega Abominations. So I was kind of curious to see how we would do about that, and so we'll go and put on the triple pack crystal I brought into the match, and we head off to tier 3 and grab the rest of our perks, and then before we get into the Mega Abomination chase and quote-unquote count, I wanted to see how it did zombies. So we got some zombies there in tier 3, which wasn't a problem, and then I found a Mega Abomination. So first thing I wanted to do was see how this does against a Mega Abomination, and wow, just wow, this melts Mega Abominations. Confirmed. This definitely melts Mega Abominations. We're tier 3 legendary with Napalm Burst on the ISO Hemlock, and it just melts. Like, the Mega Abomination had no chance at all. It just constant damage. He got one laser attack in right at the very end, and then didn't even get a chance to like shoot, and that was it. So that was one Mega Abomination that was down. Then I wanted to show you guys just how strong it is against just tier 3 zombies. So we got a decoy out, we got some zombies together in a group, and I was able to just kind of mow them down with this ISO Hemlock legendary triple packed in tier 3. So it's definitely viable for crowd control. It's definitely viable for Mega Abominations inside of tier 3. You know, we had to go visit Zhorde. That's the Guardian of the Arches, has got to go. We got to engage. We got to take out Zhorde every time we come in here. And he was here, and I was impressed, thoroughly impressed with how strong this is against Mega Abominations, and in general, elites and HVTs in tier 3 and tier 2, all through the zones. Like, this ISO Hemlock is really strong. Again, I think the incinerary rounds that I have in the build, so stay tuned for that, and let me know in the comments also if you have any changes or suggestions to the build so we can help each other out, come up with a really awesome build for this weapon. It's really strong, and we would take out Zhorde right there. We got some more loot from it, which was nice. We got a pack crystal out of the deal, and I was like, okay, so this just deleted like 2 Mega Abominations, no problem. So now I was curious to see just how many Mega Abominations could this ISO Hemlock triple pack with Napalm Burst take out in kind of one go. So we were going, and I went back to see Zhorde, the Guardian of the Arches. Man, poor Zhorde, I feel bad for him, but he got taken out there like nothing. Like, that was absolutely amazing. We're on our 3rd Mega Abomination taken out now in this match. 3rd time we've taken out Zhorde. Dropped me a perk and a 3-plate vest. We came back, and Zhorde was here again, and we took out Zhorde again. We started taking him on, but you can see, like, even at range, just the damage this is doing is absolutely insane. It's super strong, and I do think the Napalm Burst is certainly helping with the incinerary rounds. So thank you so much for this weapon build and this selection and the comment. I was really happy to test this out. Like, this is awesome. I think the next one we're doing in this series is going to be the Renetti. Someone has a build for me in the comments to do, so we're going to be doing that one next, which is going to be tons of fun. I'm looking forward to that, as that weapon's going to be one for me that I haven't really spent a lot of time testing, so I'm really looking forward to see how it performs. But here we are, we're taking out the rest of Zhorde in this one, and just was able to finish him off. All the zombies from tier 3, just not a problem. We were able to continuously do enough damage. We have a Disciple right now. Like, everything at tier 3 is being thrown at us at the moment. I think Zhorde got really upset right here. Like he said, bring my friends and help me out. The Disciple had no chance. That's one of the fastest things I've ever seen take out a Disciple inside of tier 3. So I was really excited. We had Zhorde here. He got in a laser attack right at the end, but you can see, like, he didn't even last very long, and that's it. He's gone. There's another Mega Abomination gone. So I went and checked over the loot to see what we got, because I was kind of interested to see if this was going to be a viable strategy to continue to come back in and take out Zhorde. So here we are with our 5th attempt at taking on Zhorde, the Guardian of the Arches. And again, Zhorde does not stand much of a chance. We had the zombies, which were giving me more of an issue than, honestly, Zhorde was. And he got his laser attack here at the end. And again, it was just instantly gone. As soon as he fired up his laser attack, he was dead. So this is definitely awesome weapon, definitely viable inside of all 3 zones. If you can get it, triple pack-a-punch with napalm burst, and you have the incendiary rounds on it, this will just melt mega abominations, as you can see in the video today. Like, this is the 6th one we've taken on, and just don't have an issue taking out Zhorde. Poor Guardian of the Arches is probably going to get fired after today's video. Let me know in the comments if you think Zhorde should be fired. He's definitely not doing a very good job guarding the Arches, that's for sure. So he got taken out there again. We got another epic tool in the loot, which was awesome to see. I was super happy about that, and another pack-a-punch crystal. So I think this is something that you can do if you want to, you know, farm some decent loot. You can come here and just take out mega abominations inside of tier 3 with this ISO Hemlock, legendary napalm burst, and again with the incendiary rounds. I think this is definitely something that you can do if you want to go in and farm some mega abominations and hopefully get yourself some good loot for sure. Again, I spent so much time in tier 3 having fun taking out, you know, mega abominations that I did not bother stopping in tier 2 and tier 1 on the way out to take out abominations with, or bounties with, this triple pack max leveled weapon. Didn't see the point. We were already deleting Zhorde. So at the end, as I always say, here's the weapon build. So let me know down in the comments, and hopefully we can all work together and come up with an awesome build for this one.